So welcome to this session. Today I will be demonstrating you the software Map Info Professional, which we have procured last year. So till now, you have heard that during the previous sessions, you had the basic concepts of GIS softwares like Dr. Ravinder Kau, then Mustafa. They were all talking about the theoretical aspects, like what are the various objects which you are using in general in GIS softwares like points, lines, polygons. Then you were also talking about projections. Then you were talking about creating thematic maps. So everything put together, how you are actually implementing in the software. So that I will be demonstrating you by illustrating each of them with a case study in this software. Okay. So mapping for professional software, this is a GIS software. And when you first open the screen, you can see that you will get this dialog box. That is restore previous session, open a workspace and open a table. So I'm canceling the restore previous session because that introduces that whether whatever work you have completed during the previous session, whether you want to continue with that. So I want to start with a new session. So I'm just canceling it. So now you can see the various windows here. So the window which is on this side, this is for adjusting the layers. Like if you want to move a layer up and down and all, you can use this window. Now I will start first with the software. So we will go step by step. First, how a raster image can be converted into a vector image and how digitizing can be done and how you can finally prepare a map of your own requirement. So first go to file, then you take new table. Now first I'm just opening a raster image. Okay. I have just a raster image here. जानेगा? जानेगा? अच्छा. Okay. Okay. नहीं, now I have to select it. अभी select करना है वो देख कौन सी मैप प्लान अभी नहीं हुआ है उधर आपको तो स्क्रीन पे वहां पे दिखेगा हाँ अच्छा अच्छा मतलब आपका साउंड पहले वहां पे पहुंच जाएगा और स्क्रीन पीछे चल रही होगी अच्छा अच्छा 1 minute. Now first I am opening a raster image. Okay, so I am having a raster image for Punjab. So when you first open it, it will ask whether you want to just display it or whether you want to register it. Like when you come for the course for the first time, what you're doing, you are registering it. So why you are registering? Because we want to know that you are. So we want to know that you are in this location so that we can process your information correctly. Like that, the map should also know that this position on the image should correspond to this coordinates. Okay. So first step is that you have heard during the previous days that first you have to register an image. So first I will register it. So first I can start registering. Now we have to add control points. First of all, we should add the coordinates corresponding to the position here, which is called the georeferencing. So minimum you have to add 4 coordinates. So I will start adding the coordinates. So this is the first coordinate. Now I'm adding the second coordinate. Okay. Before this, I have to choose a projection also, the exact projection regarding this. So this, by default, they have selected longitude, latitude, and I'm using the WGS 84 projection. So that also you can choose longitude, latitude. You have heard about projections on the previous day. So you have to choose the correct projection. So this is longitude, latitude, WGS 84, because I have picked up these coordinates from Google Map, because Google Map is using WGS 84 projections. Okay. Now I'm adding the third coordinate. Now the fourth coordinate. If you want to remove also, you can remove in between, and you can add. So now you have just registered the image. Okay, you have just registered your image. That is, the georeferencing for 4 coordinates have been done. But it is not able to demarcate like this district belong to Gurdaspur, this district belong to Hoshiarpur, and this district belong to Amritsar. So how we can demarcate these districts? So for that, we have to start the digitization. Then only it will be able to demarcate between the districts. Okay, so first I will start with the digitization process. So we have to superimpose, this is used as a base map. This is used as a base map, and on the top of that, we have to superimpose the layers. So file, new table. So I can say add to current mapper. That is, we are superimposing on the top of that, and you can create new. You can say create. So now it will ask the fields. Now the session which was given by Dr. Ravinder Kaur, you have heard so many things about attributes. So what are the attributes? The attributes are the fields corresponding to this particular geographical region. So first you have to add the attribute. So you can add that using add field. Now first you can give the district code. Like every student in a classroom is having a particular roll number. Like that, each district you can give particular ID. So district code. Then what should be the field type? Field type to hai integer, because there are different field types which you can give. So this you can give it as integer. Now next field, I am giving the name button, name field. So I can give district name, and I can say create. So now you can give the name of the particular table. So I am giving so you can see that now Punjab district named one layer is created. Now we can start with the digitization. So as I told you, there are various tools. Now you can see that this is the main toolbar, which is below that, and this is the editing toolbar, editing and drawing toolbar. So you can see here whatever things which you have learned in your previous lectures, that this is for the point, this is for the line, and this is for the area, polygon. Okay, these are the tools which you are using for digitizing. Now how it should be displayed, like for example, if you take any software like PowerPoint, Word, you want that word should be displayed like this. You choose bold, underline, italic, just like that. You want a certain style for displaying. So that you can see that there are 3 buttons over here. So whatever style you want for the point, you can choose from here, and whatever style you want for your polygon, you can choose from here, and also you can choose for line from here and for text. So first I will start digitizing these areas. The first example, I will be dealing with polygons. Okay. So for polygons, first you can choose the style. So I want now the foreground color should be yellow. So I'm choosing this. And now if you want the border, it should have black color, and I want that the width of the pixels, it should be increased. So that you can choose from here what you want the color for the border also. If you want a different color, you can choose that also. I'm keeping it as black itself. Now you can increase the width of pixels also if you want. I'm choosing the second one so that it will look more aesthetic and all. So I'm choosing. So you can see that when you digitize it, the pattern is given at the bottom. It will appear like this. So now I can start digitizing the various regions. So first I will start with Gurdaspur. So you can see that now I have digitized this particular region, that is Gurdaspur. Now I want to type the information regarding this particular region. So you can see here, like you can see here, this is editable, this is off. You can on this also. Now this is the select tool. So first you can select this region. Okay. Now if you want to type the information that the district code ID is 1 and the name of this district is Gurdaspur. So you can bring it over here. Now you can see that the information tool, it appears at the bottom. So I have typed the information regarding the first district, that is Gurdaspur. Now I will show you how I have digitized the second district also. So in that case, you need not worry about the boundary which you have already created for the first district. So this also procedure is same, but some difference is there, that the boundary will be taken care of by the first district. That you can see how it will be. Now I have digitized the second district also. So now you can see that the boundary of this district, it is crossing the boundary of the other district. So no, it is an easy way to create. Now I will show you how you can delete that particular one. So for that, first you can select this object. You select this object and you can say from objects, you can click set target. So that district has been set as the target. And you can select the other object. So now you can see that the area is being differentiated from them. Now, from these objects, you can click erase. So now you can see that the district has been bordered properly. Okay. So like that, you can do for Amritsar also. Okay. Now you can see there is one more district here, that is Kapurthala. You have seen Kapurthala, one part belongs to this region and one part belongs to this region. So you can see that how you can combine both of them together also. Okay? So this also you can type the information. Now I will show you for Kapurthala also, so that you will know how you can combine when it is in different parts. So these are two different parts. Now you can combine both of them. So you can select first this and now press the shift key and you can press this also. Okay. Then you go to objects, combine. Okay. So now you can see that now this is combined. It is one particular district. Now you can type the name for this also. So like that, you can digitize the whole of Punjab. Now you can see that this is called the map window, which is displaying window. And this is called the layer window, in which different layers, the visibility, which we can control. Now we can see one more window, which is called the browser window, which will be displaying the information regarding the particular district. So you can click, right, and you can say browse table. So now if you want to see both the windows simultaneously, you can go to window and you can click tile windows. So now you can see that actually this, now if I select this, I will just to see whether okay, district name was by mistake, it was assigned integer, it should be character because name is always character. So you can choose character and you can put the width as 20 so that it can take about 20 alphabets. So now you can see that, now I can tell you that you can click browse table. Okay. Now you can tile both the windows. So you can type the information from here also. Like for example, if I select Amritsar here, now here also you can type. This is the another option for typing. Like you can say okay. Now the second, first one was Gurdaspur. Second one was Amritsar. This was Hoshiarpur. Then the third one was so this just I want to show you how digitization can be done using polygons. Now I'm closing this. I have already digitized for complete Punjab. So I will be taking that map and I will tell you on that map. Okay, this is how you digitize using polygon. Now if you want, now you can see here, you cannot see here which district belongs to what. For that you can click the label button. You can see automatic labels is off. So you on karte to you can see that which district pertains to which area. So I'm closing this and I will be opening the other one which I have digitized completely. Now you can see that I have digitized for whole Punjab. Okay, whole region have been digitized and I have stored the information also. So if you want to see the information, you can see. So the information regarding all the table like this has been entered in the table also. Okay. Now you can see that I have with me only two fields, that is district code and district name. Now someone has done some experiments on water quality in groundwater for whole of Punjab, and I am having that file in Excel. That file is in Excel. Okay, so I want to link that data to this particular file. So how that can be done? File, open. Now you see here at the bottom, you can see that always files of tab mapinfo.tab will be open. But you want to open an Excel file. So for that, you click here and you can see that you can click files of tab. You can see here that is Microsoft Excel. So in Microsoft Excel, I have one table which is called groundwater quality Punjab. So I have opened this table. It is asking whether in the table, the first row should be, whether it should be used for the field name. So I am selecting this, the field name, and now clicking OK. So it is asking about the various fields. What should be the field type? So you know that already regarding water, there are so many tests which are conducted to see whether it is potable or not. So you can select a pH is float, EC you can select as integer, chloride also you can select as integer, you can select as float also. So I have so many fields like which is pertaining to the water quality. Now I have opened that Excel file here in this system. In this particular software, I have opened the Excel file. Now I have to bring that particular data to this. I have to link it with this geographical information. So how that can be done? For that, you go to table, maintenance, table structure. So table structure, I am adding Punjab this. Now I want to modify this field because I want to add some more field, like I want to add pH, I want to add total dissolved solids, chlorides, and some of the other fields which are most relevant to water testing. So you can add it. Chloride, so I'm adding one more field, total dissolved solids. So I will add. Now you can open it. Now when you right click and say browse table, you can see that all these fields, it doesn't contain any data. It is all zero. So I want to update it from the Excel file. This how you can do it. I want to update the data from the Excel file. When you right click it, you can see that now all this table contains 0 values. There are no values in that. You want to update it. So you can go to table, update column. So now you see which table you want to update. So I want to update Punjab district. And which column you want to update. So I want to update, for example, PH. Now get value from the which table. So I am selecting the table groundwater quality Punjab, and which parameter you want to update. So you are updating PH. Now how will you join both of them? So that you can see, you can click join. So now it is asking which are the two fields like which have to be joined. So in Punjab district, you can select district code, and from groundwater quality Punjab also you can select the district code. Okay, and click OK. So now you see that along with this table, it has been displayed all the parameters for pH also. Now you want to bring the next field. So again you can say table, update column. Now you can say chloride, next field. Now from which table you can pick up from the groundwater quality table. Then you can select value. Now you can select chloride. Okay. And now you can click join again. So again it is asking that which table, which field it should match each other. So you can click OK and click OK. So now you can see that chloride has also been added to this table. Now the next column also we will update. So now you can see that all the fields have been filled and all the values have been taken from the groundwater quality table. Now you have been talking about thematic maps, about the thematic maps during the previous sessions. So all the tables have, all the parameters, like most relevant parameters like pH, TDS and chloride as far as drinking water is concerned, you know, I have updated in this column, and you have entered that into this particular table. Now how to create those thematic maps? So you can go to map, then you can go to create thematic map. Now you can see on the side there are 7 templates. There are 7 templates. So I want to choose a range. For example, for the first one, I am choosing total dissolved solids as the parameter. You know that in water, when it is less than 600, it is good. And I am taking that 600 to 900, it is fair. And 900 to 1200, it is poor. And above 1200, I am taking, it is not acceptable. So actually, as far as TDS is concerned for water, you know, BIS 10500, it is classifying water on many bases. But now I will show you here, depending on these parameters, how you will create the thematic map. So first is I am choosing the color. The first one itself I am choosing. Whichever you want, I want based on ranges. So I have selected ranges. If you want for individuals, which I will be showing later on. So now first you choose ranges and you click this one. Click next. Now which parameter you want to create the thematic map? So for that, first I want to create on total dissolved solids. So I have choose TDS. Next. So you can see that for creating the thematic map, now by default, this software itself will take 5 ranges depending on what you are entering. So I want customized values. I don't want these ranges. I want according to my own values. That is, if it is below 600, the water is considered as good. And if it is between 600 to 900, it is separate. Then 900 to like that, I want to classify it in different ranges. So how this you can do? So first, you can see here also, it is always by default it will show in descending order. That also you can change. You can click the ascending order, and you can see that on the side the count is also there. That is, it itself is classifying and seeing that 6 districts belong to this range, 2 districts belong to this range. Like that, it itself is counting. So now first you have to select the range. So as I told you, by default, it will be, there are different methods. So by default, what happens is that it is taking the equal count method. So equal count, actually what it is doing, it is distributing almost equally. It itself is calculating. Now you can see equal ranges. Now I am pressing the recalculate button. So you see it itself is calculating the equal ranges. That is the difference between the maximum and minimum is almost same in all the ranges. So I want a different one. I want the customized one according to my requirement. So how that you can make? So you can select custom. Okay. Now I am choosing from here 4. I want 4 ranges. Okay. So first itself I will have. Now I have to start editing these ranges. So first one, as I told you, I want 0 to 600. Okay. Next is 600 to 900. Next 900 to say 1,000. Now I have entered according to my own requirement and I am pressing the recalculate button. So you can see that it has recalculated and it has found that how many districts belong to this particular range and how many districts belong to this and this. So now you can click OK. Now you have selected the ranges. Now you want the colors to be displayed. First is just selecting the range. Now how you can display the colors? So that you can select from styles. So from this style, you can select which color you want for what range. So you can select options and now you can select the color also. For 0 to 600 it has given, and for the last range also it has given that. 1 minute, I will just see the ranges. This range I will So now you can see that the 4 ranges are there. Now these are the ranges. Now I have to select the style for that. So you can select the style, like the first 2 one, it has no, I want to change this one. So you can click here and I want for the good one to be blue. So I can select blue, click OK. Now I want for the second one to change. So I can select some other, or this green, and this I will select total red also because it is extreme range. Now I have selected the colors which are to be displayed for the different thematic maps. Now I want how the legend. Legend describes a particular map. No, everything whatever you see, it will be described in the legend. So how I can describe the legend? So for that, you can click legend. Now you can type the title over here. So I will type the title as total dissolved solids. Dissolved solids, and I will type the unit also, total dissolved solids in milligram per liter. Now I want how the ranges should be displayed. So I am now deleting this particular thing because all others are not needed. So I am deleting this. Now I want the first one to be displayed as just less than 600 milligram per liter. I will type just as excellent. Next is 600 to 900. It is same, but I want a label also along with that, that it is in the good. For next one, I want like this should be fair. And the last one, I want that along with that poor quality should be displayed. Poor. And if you want any font style and all, you can select from here. Now you can click OK. And you can again click OK in this dialog box also, so that you can see that all the 3 steps for creating the thematic maps is over. Now you can see that the thematic map is created. You can see from here itself that southern districts of Punjab, they are most affected by this TDS. Okay. So now how you can save it? You can see from here that the southern districts of Punjab, it is having most of the, like you can see here that which are the regions which are most affected by this. Now I am bringing this to a designer window, and how you can import it to PDF so that a person who doesn't have Map Info Professional also, he can see the map. So for that, you can go to Map window, new layout designer window. From this, you can choose so you can see here that along with the legends, it has displayed the map also. Legends are coming on the side describing what are the various ranges and how the map looks like. Now, if you want, a heading for the map, so you can select from here the text box. So from here, you can type distribution of total dissolved solids in Punjab. So you have typed the heading also. Now how you can import it to a PDF so that you can see that particular file also. So for that, you can click here PDF. Now from this PDF, you can click here OK. So you can give a name for the file also. I can give it as, I'm giving it tds.pdf. So you can see that the particular file, it has been PDF not responding. So you can see that the particular file, it has been imported to PDF, and now you can see this particular file in PDF also. So it is saved, and you can give to anyone who needs that data so that they can take decisions accordingly. Okay. So this is how you digitize for a region and how you can prepare for a thematic map for using the polygon as the tool. Now you can see also, you can run queries also. Like query can be run so that you can see that which districts are generally potable for drinking. So that you can see for that also. You can run query, SQL select. SQL means it is structured query language. So I want from tables, like I am selecting here Punjab district. Now from here, I am selecting columns, district code, and I want district name also. Now I am putting the condition also here that for water to be potable, you know, pH should be between 6.5 and 8, and TDS, it should be generally less than 500 is the most acceptable. I'm giving TDS less than 600 or so, and chloride less than 250. So you can provide multiple conditions. So how that you can provide? So for that, first you can select pH, then you can select the operators from here, pH less than 0.5. Now then operator condition, again you have to implement the AND condition, and again you can select pH. Now again operators, I want pH between 6.5 and 8, so less than 8. Now again operator, TDS, and now finally I'm selecting for chloride also. Now operators, it is less than, for example, I'm providing 1000. So in case if there is any error in your syntax, that also you can verify from here. You can click the verify button. Also in syntax is correct. If there is any mistakes, you can correct it from here itself. Click OK, and so you can see here it has saved the query and satisfying all the conditions. You can see that only Fatehgarh Sahib is the only district where the water is really fit for drinking. So it is showing the query that Fatehgarh Sahib is the only district where it is all the parameters regarding the water quality is satisfied. So this is about actually as far as polygons are concerned and creating thematic maps. Next, I want to go to the next tool, that is the points. So I will be moving to the next problem. Like this, now we have created for TDS, we can prepare for chlorides also, we can run a query, and for that query also you can prepare a thematic map. Now, before going to points, I want to show the instrument on which we have taken the data, and from there, how we have transferred it to map info. Okay? This they can see over there. I will minimize this one. Minimize किया दूसरा window. अभी visible है? So this is a unit of total station. So in this we have collected data from the behind the department itself. So we have collected using total station, and how the points from this particular unit, it can be imported to this particular software. So you know, when in total station, when you are collecting the data, it will generally save the files in OBJ. That is, for example, if I am creating a file named NITTTR, like Word, when you are creating, you have an extension .doc. Like that, in this particular instrument also, if you are creating a particular file, it will be created with extension .obj. So first you have to convert it into .csv file. Then only you can import it to the software. So first, how you can connect it. So it is now asking whether you want to connect it to the desktop computer. So you can click enter. Now it is asking whether you want to connect it to desktop. Okay, so you can click enter from here. So it has get connected to the desktop now. Now you can see here the files button. This files is selected. So you can click from here, enter. So in these files, you can see here now the menu is selected. The first one is open job. So open job. I have selected open job. Now you can click enter. Okay. So you can see that when we have done the test, we have saved it in different files. So I am now choosing NITTTR file from here. You can see that there are different files over here. So I will be selecting NITTTR.job. So the job NITTTR has been selected. Now, after that, the file will be exported. Now, the file will be exported. Now the file is exported. Now you want to convert it into .csv file. So what you can do from this, again you can see that there is a menu for import export. So you can select from there import. Now from that I have exported and the file has been converted to .csv. Now I want to import this file to the computer. So I can press file again. Now from here again I can select import export. Now from this you can select import fixed format files. So from here, now I want to select nittr.csv. So I'm going to the next one. No, actually, no, I will just show. इधर से पहले so whichever file like you want to import, you can import that file. I have selected nittr19.csv and click enter. So now it has shown that the transfer is complete. Now you can see on the system, on the computer, my computer, you can see Trimble ACU. Trimble ACU. In this, you can use disk, and now you can click Trimble data. So you can see that there are so many files in this. So here also we have nittr19.csv, which you can copy to your desktop and you can perform the required processing on that data. So now I will be going back to the software and you will show how to create points from this particular data. Now you can click text PT. So in this you can see here I will choose, I want .csv files to be open. So I will choose .csv. Okay, so I have transported from this particular unit to the computer as nittr.csv. So I am opening it as. So actually what happens, like if you are copying it for the first time, you have to actually, I have copied it earlier, so also, and after that you have to go to table, create points. I will show that initially itself so that you will be able to understand this. And nittr is there in map learn also. So I will create a new folder, stcpt, and I'm copying stcpt. Okay, इसमें है. Okay, so I will start with the new folder itself first. Now stcpt. So now you cannot see any files over there, because what was happened, whenever you open MapInfo, by default it will open only .tab files. So you want to open that .csv file. So from here you can choose .csv. So now it has shown nittr. So used first line for column titles because I have provided it over here. So these are the total points which has been imported on. But you see in the total station, the first unit is always for ID number. Second is for north. Third is for, actually that was not visible over here also, east. Then for elevation, and the fourth is for name. So whenever we are collecting the data, for example, you are taking a tree, you have to note down in that, you can record that this is a tree, this is a building, so that can be used for your reference in the particular software. So you can see that we have recorded the data, and after importing to Excel, you have to give the field headings also. Now I have just opened it. Now I will show you how to get the data. So you go to table, create points. So you can see that now I have opened the table NITTTR. So it is showing NITTTR. By default, it is showing point square. I want to change the line and I want to change the symbol. So I can, if whatever you want, you can choose. I am choosing star. Okay, star. And color also, whatever you want, you can choose any color. I am choosing black itself. Click OK. Now you have to select the projection also. It is very important because yesterday Neeraj's class was there. He was telling that instruments like GNSS and other instruments, it will take only UTM. So you have to select that particular projection also. So you can select the projection. Now from here, you can select from that, you can select Universal Transverse Mercator WGS 84. Now, under this, yesterday there was a very descriptive class by Dr. Saini that under UTM, how many zones are coming. So you can see that whatever zones have been described by him, it is being provided here. So India ko humko pata hai, we know that it is UTM zone 43N. So from here, you can select. This is what projections plays an important part, because if you don't choose the correct projection, you won't get the data correctly. So that is very important. So you can see here UTM zone 43N for India. So you can click OK. And actually, to a certain extent, software itself can recognize that X coordinate if you are giving properly. When you import it to Excel, it won't show the headings. We can provide east and north, and also the software will recognize that X coordinates can be taken from east and Y coordinates are from north. And you can click OK. Now you can open it. Now it will be saved under a file .tab. Now CSV file has gone. Now it will be saved under, it will be there, but now it will be .tab. So you can see that now the points has been imported to this particular software. You can even now, you can see here, the edit button is off, labels button is also off. If you want, you can click this and label also, you can see that everything is there. Now first I will show you how, you can see here also, browse table. All this data is also here. There are two windows. Browser window is actually for showing the data, and map window is for displaying the map, and the layer window for you want to decide what should be displayed or not. Now I will just show you also, in this case also we can create a cosmetic type of thing that using thematic maps. Like for example, if it is a tree, how can we symbolize? How can we symbolize that it is a tree? Map, created thematic map. So you can see that again there are themes. So this time I am choosing individual. Last time I choose range because I want on particular ranges. Now this time I want on individual. So I'm choosing individual. Now you can say next. Now it is asking on which field. Now as I told you, I want that if it is a tree, it should be displayed somewhat like a tree. So now you can see that name is the field which was associated with that. So it is not serial number. Description is name. So I am selecting name. Next. Now I want, for example, I want for style. For tree, I want a particular style. So you can select from here, style. Now from tree, you can choose tree here. Now you have several symbols over here. You can choose whatever symbol you like. You are more familiar that if it is a hospital, you can choose cross button. You know, it will symbolize what it is. If it is a, for example, there are many things in this, like you can say that No, MapInfo has several things, like for water it is having different symbol, for real estate it is having buildings, and many things are there. So for example, I'm taking from here itself, like somewhat like I feel like tree and all, like, and I'm changing now the color also, I'm changing it to green. Okay, and clicking OK. So click like that. You can do for all the other particular fields also. So you see here now. Now you can see, now even if you click also, you can see the labels also, like that for all the other particular fields, depicting what it is depicting, that you can choose. Now, I just want to show you, like these are several fields, how you can join it and how you can find a particular area. Actually, in that also it was possible. I didn't show you. So I will show you in this one. That it was automatically possible because I have registered it according to the projection. In this also it is possible. But in this I have to connect it first. That was a region. So for that, first if you want to connect a particular region, for that, first you have to create a table again. New table. Now first I will add ID number. Again I will choose integer for that. I will choose character. I'm creating a table. Okay. So first I want to edit it. So for editing, you have to go to cosmetic layer. I want to join the points first of all. Okay. So first I went to cosmetic layer, and you can see here there is a polyline button here. So using that you can join different points. So for example, if I am joining, now I have joined this with lines. Now I am coming to this table. Now if you want to find the area, you have to initially digitize it. You have to initially digitize it. So for that, you can again go to the polygon feature. I have joined all the points with the lines. Now you have to digitize it. So for that, I have created a separate layer. Now, first of all, I can select the style also from here. That is a default style which I have selected during the previous program. So I can now so I have digitized it. Now, as usual, if you want to enter any name or something, you can click over here. You can enter 1, A1. I'm just giving any name. Okay, A1. Now how will you find the area for this? How it is incorporated in this? So you can go to table, update column. Now which column which table you want to update? So I have provided a layer with NITTTR1. So NITTTR1. Now the column to update, I want to update the column area, get value from NITTTR1. Oh, this is the get value from NAT tier 1, then calculate value expression. You can select from here. Now area OBJ will give in square kilometer. So if there are any syntax error, that also you can verify from here itself. If there is any syntax error, it will show here. So now it has provided what is being given. So this is how you can import, whether it is GPS or any other thing. You can first of all import the data to the software and you can work on it. Now the last one I will show you. I don't have any particular data for that, but I will show you how the lines can also be used. Okay. Now again, I will open the previous slide, that is my previous folder. Now I just want how you can use lines also. For that I will be creating a layer. So it is just like road ID. Now I am changing the field type to integer. Now again adding one more field, that is RD name. You can click one more field like character. Okay, I'm just entering the giving an ID for the road also and a name also, any name. So you can click create. So I am just writing PB road. So you can see that one layer is added, PB road. So when you right click also, you can see that there is no data over here. Now I will be using the line symbol. So I want how the line should be displayed. So for that, first you can click the style button. So from the style button, now I am first selecting a thicker one. Okay, this itself, and color I'm choosing red. Okay, and pixel I will be choosing this one, so that it will appear for little bit thick. Okay. So now you can choose the line tool also from here. This is a rough one I am showing. This is to select tool. Anything mistake happens, you can click using the select tool and you can click delete also. Okay. Now this is how you can create for lines also, and even if you want, like just like you have seen for area, like that you can find out the length for that particular road also. Now that the madam was saying that if there are so many crime locations in a nearby area, the software will create a buffer. So I just want to, since I have taken as road, for example, you have some dabas nearby and some widening of road is there. So you have to just note down which are the bus owners who have to be informed that the road is being widened and you have to take precautionary measures. So for that you have a digitized map of road also, and if you have a digitized map of dabas also, which is almost nearby, so you can create a buffer. It will include all those dabas which are in those districts in that purview, and you can inform to them also. So for that again you can create like a point one also. I will create first one dhid, then integer, then add field, dh name, create. Now pb daba. So I'm selecting this now. Just if I want to digitize, I'm just selecting this simple, and one you can place over here. I'm just showing you how it can be entered. So for this also you can provide some information here. Like that you can go on entering, and finally you can go to objects. From there you can create buffer. So from this buffer, from column RDID, now how much units you want, you can select from here. For example, I want from in 2 kilometers. So you can select from here, and next. Okay. So you can see that actually I have selected a very short distance, now around 5 kilometers, and so this dabas, they will also be included in that, and you can tell the corresponding daba owners that the road is being widened and you have to take the appropriate action for that. So this is how all the basic use of software that I have covered, line, polygon, and points also, and how you are creating a thematic map, and how you can run queries also based on that. So that is all for now. Thank you very much. So any queries?